plus h squared plus y plus k squared is equal to r squared. This right here, this is called the standard form. And there's another form. This is the one I'm going to do now. It's called the general form. General form. So for past papers, you'd see these two terms. They might give you, they might tell you to write the equation of the circle in the standard form, or they could ask you to write the equation of the circle in the general form. What I was saying just now, the general form, how we get the general form, all we do is we expand the standard form. So this is the rule. I went through this last class. The rule is, you would have learned this in math class before. So, oh my gosh. The rule is a plus b squared is equal to a squared plus 2ab, that's a plus b squared. And then if you ever encounter this, you'll also notice as well, when it's a minus b squared, the formula is a squared. This becomes minus 2ab plus b squared. So this is just something for you to remember. And you will come across it in almost any math you do, right? So you could just learn that. Okay, now we're going to expand these brackets. According to this rule, a plus b squared is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. In this case, x is my a, h is my b. According to this rule, a squared comes first, so this would be x squared plus 2ab. So that's plus 2. A is x, b is h. So I put that. Plus b squared. We said b in this case is h, so I put plus h squared. Next one. Now we're looking at y plus k squared. Looking at the rule, y in this case is my a, so I'll put plus is a squared, so that becomes y squared. Then it's plus 2ab. So that's 2, a is y, b is k, plus b squared. B squared is, b in this case is k, so that's k squared is equal to r squared. But now I could rearrange the terms in this equation here. So I could put x squared, so let me just cross off as I go. So x squared plus, next thing I want to write is y squared, plus 2xh plus my 2yk. So just crossing off the terms as we go so you don't get confused, right? The next term I want to put, hold on, let me get my eraser. Next term I want to put is the h squared. So I'll cross this off and write it here. H squared plus k squared. So I'll cross this off. K squared is equal to r squared. However, what we're trying to do right now, we're trying to put this whole equation, so I'm getting the laser pointer, we're trying to put this whole equation equal to 0. So I could rewrite this again to get x squared plus y squared. I'm trying to put this equation equal to 0 plus 2xh plus 2yk plus h squared plus k squared. And if I want to set this entire equation equal to 0, I need to minus r squared on both sides. So this becomes minus r squared is equal to 0. There's a formula we're going to look at just now. Looking at this. what the formula states is that C, where C is a constant, so any number, any constant. So 1, 2, C could be a fifth, C could be a fourth, doesn't matter. C is a constant, so any number. What we learn, this equation, C is equal to H squared plus K squared minus R squared. And that's what we see here in this red box, H squared plus K squared minus R squared. And that's why I could rewrite this equation as X squared plus Y squared plus, we're going to put HX instead of XH this time, but it doesn't matter, right? So HX plus 2KY, we said H squared plus K squared minus R squared, that's the same as C. So I can replace this whole red box right here with plus C is equal to 0. And this right here, this is known as the general form of the equation of a circle. Everybody good with that? You good with that? Yes, no?
Yes, miss.
All right. I want you this last again, but just in case the people who weren't here and anybody who needs a refresher. And that's what I have on this slide right here. Let me just the general form, x squared plus y squared plus 2hx plus 2ky plus c is equal to 0. And that's what we just proved. That's what I was just showing to you. And this is another equation you have to learn. C, where c is a constant. So c could be 1, c could be a fifth, c could be minus 3. Doesn't matter. C is a constant. So just any number is equal to h squared plus k squared minus r squared. Okay. For past paper questions, you might see it like this. So the question may come like this. They give you the general equation of the circle. So x squared plus y squared plus 2x plus 4y plus 3. That's the general form of this particular circle. And they might ask you to find the center, so the coordinates of the center. So remember, when you're writing a coordinate, it's always in the form x, comma, y. And they might ask you to find the radius. And what we did last class, I told you to find the center. There are two ways to find the center, right? So you could use these formulae. H is equal to the coefficient of x divided by 2. So coefficient of x, whatever number comes before x. In this case, it's 2. So the 2 right here. So H would be equal to 2 divided by 2, which is 1. K, to find K, is the coefficient of y divided by 2. The coefficient of y, that's just the number that comes before y. In this case, it's 4. So to find K, it would be 4 divided by 2, which is equal to 2. However, let me go back. So remember those values. We just found out H is equal to 1. K is equal to 2. However, in previous class. So this is my circle. This is my center. We said that the coordinates for the center of the circle isn't HK. It's minus H, comma, minus K. Minus H and minus K. So if I wanted the center, what we're doing right now, we're trying to find the coordinates of the center. I need to find minus H and I need to find minus K. We already know, looking up here, that H is equal to 1. So if H is equal to 1, that means that minus h has to be equal to minus 1. Anybody who doesn't understand how we got that? If h is equal to 1 minus h, we need to multiply this side by minus 1 as well. So minus h is minus 1. If k is 2, that means that minus k is minus 2. And that's why the answer for this question, if they wanted me to find the center, would be minus 1, minus 2. That's the coordinates for my center. Everybody good with that? Yes, no. Come on. I need feedback to know if you understand or not.
Yes, miss.
Okay. Eraser. Okay, so that's how you find the center. That's the shorter method, right? Remember, I was just saying that it has 2 methods to find it. So, let me show you. This is the second method, but this one is a little longer. If you want to do